Добрый день. Продолжаем играть. Что ж, идем к пьяницам и алкоголикам там, как они говорили. Сейчас мы здесь, интересно, что найдем нового. Что нельзя туда попасть. Кругом деньги тут разбросаны. Мазут сейчас найдем.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the insul. It must be cold and lonely down there. The seawater has already started to corrode the metalworks. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
It appears to be so. I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it a single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't. Rust, moss, and sea life have already claimed it for themselves and initiated a... The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float.
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening. Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
I did not. But I'd say it has been here since last Saturday or Sunday. Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket. A joyrider jacket. You feel a strange connection to this joyrider. Maybe he's from some kind of joyrider's papers. Papers would be cool. Maybe there's registration inside. Like a person registration.
Это моя
You
машина.
know, like your badges.
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
As you sit down in the old rusty playground, the hinges creak under your weight. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage.
Yes, it does. Let me think about it.
The tune on your lips forms a strange yet The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you. Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside. Look, the wind blows. In the distance, behind the church, some vagrants are having an argument. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
I believe it's following a pattern set millions of years ago by cosmic forces. But I suppose it could move.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
God, I hope so.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a coup pris.
Yes. Why haven't you?
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people. Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
Наверное, моя машина.
But it could also be the number of a police precinct. Precinct 41.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. You feel like you're about to faint and fall off the swing. Your hands get clammy, and the air tastes sour to breathe. Oh God, Harry. Oh God, Harry. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses, and there is also a fourth thing you've lost. More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined.
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Probably. Try definitely.
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
It's sunken too deep. There is no access ramp to the coast.
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable. But overall, this machine is right. That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this. Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget.
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more.
People, yes, but not you.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn. At least we have a pretty good suspect. If we found your motor carriage in the sea, maybe we'll find her too.
Something about his notion gives you strength, makes you realize this isn't the end of the road yet.
Yes, let's go take a look.
О, удостоверение, наконец-то. Ура! Так, мундир. О. Все-таки я его не съел.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck.
At least something good came out of all this.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information. And a water. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue. The man keeps winking at you with his green-grey eyes. The photo, but the badge is new. You used an old photo. Good choice. A newer photo would look 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and what do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks like you had quite the charming face way back then. Your hair is brown and slightly curly. The lack of alcohol swelling is a bonus, though there's a pinch of that in your cheeks. Or don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it.
Harrier Dubois. It suits you. I'm going to call you Harry, since it's short for Harrier.
No, he's not. He's going to keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not.
It's a wartime name, revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times, like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
It's meant to keep you safe. From bullets, hunger, shrapnel, kidnappings, and worse.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Lieutenant W. Freighter. The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down to 2.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last-century experimental psychologists in the University of Königs.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kings like satellite officers and the additional freighter rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite. No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good. It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary. Good.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown.
The numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose, one that's unfortunate.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant WF Rate. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
The pain in your chest tells you you were working yourself to death to earn that rank. The case created a lot of edge you have to take off. The death march really gets us going. You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you.
I remember that time! That was a good time. We had a good work-drink balance going. What happened, man? Pump it up!
Сумасшедший галстук.
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is... it's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but...
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva. Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names. He knew all those people, although they're not from the station. They must. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing. It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echo telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. Within seconds you know, this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to that Klasia told you about. Perform it.
Где нашел ту
A
тему?
click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning. Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it. Like, yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do. Gart, you have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox.
Сейчас спою. Так, ну чё, здесь мы закончили. Это мой новый дом.
It's only a red chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see here, right?
In someone's abandoned shack. On the coast.
He's afraid you've forgotten suddenly.
Nothing. It's just a piece of furniture.
Red paint is peeling off it. Looks like blood, no?
It's just a piece of clothing you've picked up. You do that.
He sounds a little worried. It's an odd habit. Don't be worried, Lieutenant. Clothes...
You better not fucking think about ditching me for some shitty cum-stained bow tie! You and I are gearing up for the final showdown that's gonna be off all walls. You wait and see!
Только я подумал об этом.
Your necktie sounds very scared. Never take it off. Yes, agreed. You should never take your necktie off. Ever.
Here. I don't see signs of recent habitation. This place is abandoned.
See? He doesn't like the vibration from the red chair either.
Кошмарный галстук.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench.
We can sit on benches after we've solved them.
You stop mid-step and put your hand on a garish.
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
Братан.
In this drunk's hand, on the pipe there, glowing blue and mysterious. It's hard to know what exactly your vivid interior is speaking of here, but I'm guessing it's got a lot of alcohol in it.
You should care! I'm getting a very special vibe from that bottle. Please go to...
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Да, они указывали мне, что делать.
Don't call her!
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy's a little too drunk.
Abigail? Abigail, where are you? Don't call Abigail!
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible. He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail. Don't you fucking call her! Hear me? Abigail? Don't call.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable witness anyway.
Hey, tequila! Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole... So what's happening? Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures?
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang. Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset.
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
Yeah, this is the call.
That's the spirit. I used to shape reality into my image a long time ago. Those days are over now. Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom's spiral land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization. Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
It's you. You're Tequila Sunset. We've met before. Don't you remember?
No, you sure don't.
Aha. Do you want to know how to...
Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man... Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get... Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them.
It is. Does that sound like something you'd do? Yeah. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowing.
Oh, yes, you do, Bratushka. The only thing better than that is putting the pedal to the metal after you kiss the tie. And off we go.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in. Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will. Followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
3 men are standing on a wooden platform extending out from the shore of a dilapidated fishing village, their cheeks red, spirits.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved. The time hath come! So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things.
Боже мой.
Your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty and through the ice.
The muscles in your right leg tense up. Your hands cramp on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though.
In this way, you and your motor carriage have a lot in common.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you...
What else was there to do? Thank you, brothers, for your...
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on. I'm not sure. I think you were the event. Tequila Sunset. You know, as opposed to a tequila sunrise. Yeah, I agree. Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked.
Please, don't open that door.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail.
Извините, Abigail.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit. Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one. You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show. Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you. I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve. You kept calling yourself a goddamn superstar who'd cleared 500...
As you've already determined, the actual number is 216. But what's a little embellishment between...
No thanks to the squares at the precinct, as you put it. It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs. We are saving the world.
Please. Please don't go. Don't go.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago. So now it's a pirate's life for me. Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum. It depends, really. Are you willing to help me?
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is... You might get scammed here.
No, the reality of the situation requires a rather modest contribution. Booze! Did you already forget our party? The thing I relayed to you earlier. So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me. Classy.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Коматозник.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder/junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane. 22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical... It did. With my trusty Sansarique tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit. One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
He's right. It's incredible. His eyes are clouded. His dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles. His eyes are your eyes.
So I removed the keyring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my... I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed that people are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to...
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office, but when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already... Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man.
He pinches his thigh as if to check whether this reality...
So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh? Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it.
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any ID on me. So they tossed me in. I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No offense, gentlemen. The hobo lifestyle definitely has some perks. Not having to pay rent, first and foremost. Not being responsible for 20 other people. But that charm wears off pretty quickly. Before you know it, you're wearing a shit-stained tracksuit and spending your days picking tear. Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely... I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creatives. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only thing...
You of all people should empathize with this. Perhaps this lost jacket is something you could help.
My agency, man. The Boom Boom Room. Our concept was combining high art with the lowest forms of marketing. I convinced my partners to reinvest some of our profits in an even more high-concept cultural ink. I was financing a group of poets in East Revachol who were developing a new universal poetic language. But then...
If it sounds like it makes no sense, that's because it doesn't.
I know. It was fucking awesome. Until I went on a jog, unleashing a cascade of doom that washed it all away. What? You've never seen 100% Lycra before?
You really shouldn't touch it.
Pretty nice, huh? This might be one of the last of its kind. Should probably be in a museum.
Randomized trials have also found Lycra, TM, to be associated with a number of exotic, highly malignant cancers. So you also have that to look forward. And then there's the smell. But you don't even want to think about that.
Wow, you're lucky. He never lets me feel it.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rosie. We're right next to the bay. You could wash them any time. My fellow members of the Union of Moribund Alcoholics? They're exactly what they look like.
Hey, Tequila! You want to buy some speed?
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. He's a cop, remember?
I thought he was a cool cop.
A gurgling sound comes from the direction.
And yeah, you're already acquainted with abs. So yeah, that's basically us. We drink together. Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my Lycra threads. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. Yeah, exactly. You're here to serve. If I knew where I lost it, don't you think I'd have it? I mean, maybe I was up by the boardwalk or walking along the... somewhere north of here, that's for sure. You could ask around, see if anyone's seen it. I'm all ears, Tequila. I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. Cottonmouth is keeping my tongue imprisoned. You too, Tequila.
Drop in temperature, an easy flow there. An empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. And the road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction. A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18. His boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him. Their pockets are heavy with money, but only slight. Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls. Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle hurrying to work. The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind.
Mister?
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
I hid them. The twins were going to take them. They're stupid.
We are going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
Oh. They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good. Luby. Raluby. My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or sometimes I can.
Kids.
My mom's outside, and I don't really know about my dad. It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Gart's good side if you make up for the skewer you broke.
I don't know. Sure. I mean, you already took it. I don't like it anyway. It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Yes. Very soft. Isn't he soft? Bye!
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you.
The little castle? The reigning lord must have come upon some really tough times to let it sleep in such decrepitude.
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic.
Congratulations. That's the gauntlets down then.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Then how does she know you're here?
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan. Shows you got style.
Братан. Предвестники хаоса.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, no, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
You're not. No one around here considers us an ill omen.
Maybe they are afraid. Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. Look at me ramble on. What brings you to us? Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works. And it doesn't work when people tell on each other. No, it's not like that, man. With him we called you. Right now, you just arrived by yourself.
Enough of this. She better start talking right now.
There's not much to tell. People come and go.
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
Ruby was here. You know it. You need to look into these shacks, especially her. Ask her about lodgings.
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack. I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM. No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there. Oh, don't. It's your choice. No skin off. My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small...
It's not that she misses the kids. They've been gone too long for that. But deep, deep down, the old woman is incurably lonely.
Aye. The room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here. You best not be plotting another revolution under my roof. We barely got through the last one. But the room, don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room. Should he? This environment encourages one thing and one yum yum. It's not a shack, nor a room, nor a lodging. It's a spiral staircase disappearing into bliss. Empty.
Finally, you have those lame-os of Martinez off your back, Bratan. This looks like a great place to bring chicks.
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist. This is pretty much a non-place. A gap, a blank spot on the map, just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got.
It's a cold, cynical smile.
Riddles. Fits with the general ambiance here.
Sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside this nameless nothing. Oh, it seems to be a common theme these days. Isn't that what people always think when they are lost? Something I can do for you to find your way, officer? Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot. Small houses under them.
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sun. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see. The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now. Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home. I'm sure you did. Nature keeps them in rotation. A new face pops up every now and then old...
Relax, you're not a new face. She doesn't mean you. You're an outsider and a cop, remember?
Here? For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from them.
Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since. Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been.
So, they don't hold services there anymore?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place...
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. It started a few days ago, and now suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church.
Interesting. You could look into this ruckus if you have the time. Perhaps the mysterious music is somehow connected to the case. A Rusalka or a half-demonic...
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of... I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed. No one. That's why it's closed. It was once a bustling place, back when I was young. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else. What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible.
Nothing is impossible.
And now you know everything there is to know about this coast. Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel.
No one? There's something about her. She's definitely...
Now it's your turn, Mr. Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One...
She's got a couple of ranks herself. Honored chief and so on.
What do you want with a lost jacket?
That's an excellent question, ma'am.
You're trying to wink at me, aren't you? You seem to have trouble remembering that. Are you getting a reward for it at least? What? You're fetching someone's missing laundry free of charge? Did you know?
In fact, he does.
None of my business, either way. Anyhow, you might ask Lillian if she's seen anything lately. That girl's got a way of attracting lost and broken.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to...
It's getting late. I'll let you sweep this place on your own. I'm sure you can handle the washerwoman. I'll be sleeping in my room in the Whirling. We'll meet in front of the shack in the... Good night. And...
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, the edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out. Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outs. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. The floorboard isn't interested. Maybe the washerwoman is. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some. Holding the bullet, you get the feeling this isn't ammunition against you. A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy.
What is this place to you?
Westward, across the canal, towers the Whirling in Rags. Door number 1 on the second floor is locked. Behind it lies a trashed room. One floor in a small shack in the fishing village. A Baroque heater hums quietly, emanating a sense of comforting warmth. A wash basin lies on the table, the water inside reflecting the somber. Far away, on the corner of Perdition and Main, a nondescript building, obscured in a haze. It's vacant and lost, just like its tenant. Who are you talking to? There is no one here. Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash.
Revachol forever.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it.
Hi, officer.
Factory balanced. Bakelite and stainless steel.
Anything I can help you with? A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium. The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place. The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused. Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly. It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone.
That does not go for real men. It does not go for you. Show her. Coach means the expression. Not bad.
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield.
The traces of her laughter are still there, in her eyes, fading fast.
No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check. You would put me in an early grave.
She refuses, but your word is the law. She's making a joke. Her voice softens. Is she flirting with you? A little? You think she might be.
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying. Guess I enjoyed the way he bled.
If it is, then why the melancholy?
Gone.
The harbour seawall endures the wash of the freezing waves. Many things wash up against it and onto the beaches of Revachol. Some inanimate, some just no longer alive.
To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for...
She really likes those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need...
Do it! Hit on the widow! It's the right thing to do!
Let's see. Who are you looking for? Okay. When did this person stay here? Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at... Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get... Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else. I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate? Aha! Like snowmen. Two odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Закладки искали, наверное.
Right. Not only snowmen, also green men, monkey men burning rhinos. You get the picture.
Oh, you're getting it. And it is gorgeous.
I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Remarkable. That one already lost everything else, and now... It's a good thing, too, that he has an actual police officer looking for it. Good old Doom spy.
That's odd. Is she actually impressed?
How sweet of you. It really is. I check around the abandoned fish market on the boardwalk. Drunks are inexplicably drawn to markets. Might be why they...
A phenomenon that the spectral hand theory of the market...
If one of them lost something, that's as good a place to start looking as any. Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff. I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic insular Indian cuisine. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her. This is what is called a conversation. You don't have to be guarded right now.
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Mines. Mines. You need mines.
Well, the RCM has to wait for another one, because some army folks came by, took it in the middle of the bay and blew it up. The blast was surprisingly timid for such a huge spiky thing.
Spiky? Must have been a naval contact mine.
Sure is. The Sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue. Oh? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? I'll just keep the Cordelechi in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near. Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to appear any day. Jetty.
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Pretty ciao ciao ciao. Ciao ciao ciao.
Oh, Jetty, oh, Jetty. It's good to see you here, Detective. I only just arrived myself. Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the...
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the Cordelechi red. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
What is this? Destruction of property? Hooliganism? Elder abuse? And who is this scamp?
No need. Lillian and I are getting on much better. For one, she appreciates the concept of rent. How do I like it?
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks, the smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there? I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your question.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to... All right. Politics time. Let's react. Real men, real politics, real thoughts in your head.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never...
Above you, there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly. It's early spring, and the rains are coming. An officer enters a low hut of stone and wood. Inside, weapons are piled against the walls. They're antiques, says Lieutenant John, the archetype McCoy, to his partner. They're digging them up from the The children carry them up. Come May, the streets will be flooded. Outside, the wind rattles the...
Have I told you how they discovered this place? No, they're in Sealindian, Isla. Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion. It's a pity. Most of these people will never know what this place means, this island of matter, or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location? I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism.
This story she will tell only before she leaves Martinez.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit? Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather. Wild Pines has eyes on the intersection.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout. It would give them a read on the entire quarter.
By love, you did.
Fast, observantly, she is memorizing your badge number.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter? The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them. My plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will. Because let me tell you, we are in dire waters.
Meaning, the information she has will raise the stakes in this game. How bad can the info she has be?
The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead. Are you sure you're sure? You're okay. The Pale is the most dominant achromatic.
The negation of
Так,
being.
это я все
That's
читал
right.
уже.
The negation of... Yes. Is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything? Beyond curious. Tell me, what do you think of the Pale? Mm-hmm.
Your ailing constitution.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then... Steel yourself, officer. Your colleague...
Some of that assurance.
Even if we have to do it one basic term at a time. Glad to have been of assistance.
Так, здесь я лазил.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer? Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
Меня не цепляло.
That's great. Until then, you should maybe start thinking about the funeral.
Sire, She doth not believe it wasn't you.
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all. Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care...
Life world? Someone's been reading up on last century Gottwaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Oh yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
It's going to be quite a few years before nature is able to completely take care of a motor carriage. You could always come back in a few months and see if you still want to give it a proper send-off.
I understand, believe me. I really do. I think about all the frivolous side activities but daydreaming is a rich man's game. At sea, you can't afford to be careless and dream. Anyway, what are we talking about?
Wow, so someone's been a little boring. Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown. Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax. Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law. Done and done. No actual... Winter, slow to let go of Revachol. Flecks some more wet snow. The snow falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage. And to think, it seemed as though it were already spring. The melting snow seeps through your thin clothes. Grandmothers don't let their grandchildren out dressed so lightly in this way. More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings. Crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark pile. The waters turn black, coal city in the shadow of San Martin, a boom town. Back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city, no more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor and hydropower from the Esperance. Everything crumbled. These days, below the old mines, L'Océan Municipal, Revachol's underground cemetery. La Petite Ra braved the underground passageways. Trying. Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums and for fabled relics. After rubies, melchiorite, lapis lazuli, plundered from Safle and Seol during the time of the suzerain. In the burial chambers of the kings, Grand Old Philip, Guillaume II, and 2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed, so that daylight may turn. The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special, purest of the pure magenta cocaine, favored. Did someone say untold quantities of cocaine? Drop everything immediately. and go looking
Баснословные
for this
запасы
ore.
кокаина.
How can it be pure if it's magenta? Snow falls, and there is no answer. Some things are not for mortals to know. Few patira return from the shafts. Even fewer find what they're looking for. A small child steps out. All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces and on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons. The canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Martinez proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter, lights, attempts at entrepreneurial activity. Someone is scraping snow off their windshield at the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip III serves as a destiny. Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout cast a long shadow over the profligate king. A fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a logistics company parked next to the gate. Bright light from a building behind the fence reflects off its hood. Clean white light coming from the windows of a clean cube-shaped office building hidden amidst ruins. The abandoned church, one of 2 remaining stave churches, which were collectively called Les Sept Sœurs, a serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunates on the run from the law, from themselves, sometimes hide out on nearby islets. Little dots in the ocean that are occasionally submerged when the tide is high and the weather foul. The remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock, a tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit crab scuttles among the debris. Looking further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection. Way beyond Martinez, a popular spa destination for ample-bodied Ozon. Then there's Ozon, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot. The Bay of Revachol, vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters at its deepest. Water, air brinier than here. And at the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revachol, the shadow of the coalition warship Archer, on perpetual patrol duty, ready to unleash artillery fire if you were to ride the raised motorway, 881, separating Martinez from Jamrock. Vehicles whoosh past one another day and night, while those who reside in was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak that killed many children. Most everyone has avoided the hospital. The pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust. Feral dogs and even wolves roaming in packs. The police try to keep the deepest corners cordoned off. Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abandoned supplies. Or a line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up bullet holes in the side of a Capri 40. These are the garages of Precinct 41. Snow settles on the roof of the repurposed silk mill. It serves as your station. Shivering RCM personnel hurry in and out of the main entrance.
Wonder if Vic's found his heterosexual life partner yet.
Damn, I don't know. Even a real Bruderbund like that can't survive everything.
Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells. The stairs descend to central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered stall there in the market across the bridge. He sells kebab infested with fly larvae to your colleagues who believe eating it will make them immune. Snow falls on the utility district, the library, the florist, the Sarah Mauritian restaurant that offers homemade wine. And all of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. At the center of this lake, there is a little ship. There are lights at the bottom of its hull. A chill comes over you, crawling down your back. The sand under your feet is wet. Somewhere in the south, Tarpon near, snow falls into dark water. She prays, though she doesn't believe. That's all. Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff, the storm drainage, hidden bunkers, rats. Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You would probably never happen across it, but who knows? The spring thaw will come in earnest, just not yet. A pane of eternite has been planted into the barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. It looks like a makeshift bridge. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented eternite in the unprestigious Wagner Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk. A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption.
Oh, hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
So should you.
You don't have to do anything.
I don't know, some kind of a store? Maybe a general store? Look, man, fuck the hat.
Your pulse rises. What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law. Your eyes are fixed on her as everything gets very still. She looks down, pretending to be busy with "make her meet your eyes." The kid isn't arrogant. She's just afraid to look you in the eye. You already put her in her place.
You're right. I shouldn't have sworn. I'm sorry.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. Most men wouldn't exactly call her pretty. There is a manliness to her. A coarse.
Okay. A cell. Why? Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name. You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning.
No. This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike. No idea.
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble. Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum. Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck, or really be a Palaceum going kind of person. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps? Yeah, I record stuff with it. Sure. Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your foot.
What happened to the old headphones?
My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway.
The girl is cold all of a sudden.
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be it. The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible, like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill, the quivering jaw, indications of a... She is on some kind of stimulant, amphetamine or methadone, and its effects are wearing off fast. She will begin to experience more and more valleys now. And
that? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a palace.
And who are these boys?
Yeah, Andre and the guys. They're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room. Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it. Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those. That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter.
It's probably amphetamine. It makes you feel impervious to the elements, but doesn't actually.
I got my recordings to do. I feel better outside. Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. Go ahead.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands. She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup. The wind howls. She remains. It's real. Tell her.
What is? I know. I'll stick to it.
There is little you can do to help her now. But given the chance, you feel like you should. There is something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to. What is it? Oh, really? Wow, social justice really matters that much to you? That's commendable. It really had you shaken up there. Are you sure that's it, though? No, it sounds like you just got chick issues. Okay. Why do you think that? Wow, man. That's pretty symbolic. Don't you think? Okay. What else? There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her? Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you? How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing? Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know? That kind of selective memory. Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much.
It's obvious she's done more than booze.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank. You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich. You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
Yes, but it itches really, really bad.
It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum. Except that, yeah.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones, far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port. There is a black patch of unlit coast. There will never be a club for anodic music, not in a million years.
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments, synthesizers and tape consoles, microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like. If this is an evolutionary step up from amplified instruments, which in turn are a step up from acoustic instruments, what comes after it, you wonder? A black...
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, you're a cop. Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right? They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? Go ahead. Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me.
Fast and clean, a good one. Can't quite say it's a lie, but it feels like one. She's better at lying than she'd like everyone.
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river. Rich people are east of the river. Good luck crossing that river on your police salary then. The usual. I had a shitty run. You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg.
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
Is this a rhetorical question? Okay. It's a huge ghetto just south of Jamrock. Come on, man, we're in it. This is North Jamrock, Martinez, sort of. The technicalities are
Jamrock is a district of Revachol comprised of the following quarters: Pox, Villa Lobos, Central Jamrock, Grand Couronne, Old South, and the Valley of the Dog.
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess, I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on. Thank you?
The girl is truly proud of herself.
Go ahead. Okay, bye.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of...
Come on! Get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader. Or at least he thinks he is. A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelicals.
Hardcore! It's hardcore! Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths? You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair, aggressively so. You get this imbecilic. Yes, should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic. Like this, his grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers. We have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single...
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Ah, so you've met her. Good, good.
He's not as glad as he would like you to think. There is concern in his voice.
Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face.
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that. In
Strike that! The world!
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts were. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Could be. We don't know for sure. But we do know they are spooky. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre. Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that. Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for. All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix. I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work. Of course. Noid, give the officer the key. All right.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a ka-ching. The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly. The young man with ribcage-shaped suspenders looks. The word august, used as an adjective. That's how cool it feels to be old and cool in the eyes of the young. Let's face it, your near-death yet bathed in the golden rays of stately grand, like a tequila sunset. Are you sure? It's probably too late to be a tequila sunrise now.
Not long. Like a week, maybe? I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85%.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff, and I assure you, officer, this is not what's happening here. I'm at least 80% sure they're alive. I mean, come on. Most... I don't know. What does anything mean, really?
Oh, yeah.
I knew you'd get it. You're one smart cop.
It feels good to be the smart cop, doesn't it? That's a good cop to be. Has a nice ring to it. Smart cop. You wouldn't want to be stupid cop, now would you? But still, maybe he's just sucking up to you. He nods attentively, ready to answer.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know...
Glimpses? Who are these people? Secret agents? Stealth operatives?
Well, there's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply...
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never... Andre, tell him about the thing.
Oh, and it felt like there was some thing in there with us.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was...
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone, or something, eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it. Sure, why not? Yeah.
But not really. Brown hair. Old. Heavy, dark sides.
What Noid said.
So brown and older. Ruby might have dyed her hair. You have to see for yourself. These people are not reliable.
Like, you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human? As in a ghost? Do you know what he means? Non-human means a predator.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crabman.
Долбаные Америки.
The way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting amber.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures, and not known for climbing walls.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
So he hasn't even been in there lately. Is he afraid?
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering. There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you. As if to say, this is a dark corner. Look behind it.
It means like one of those rich boy private radio stations, where you can listen to people getting killed on, then jerk off to it. Sick shit.
Must be. Even Kuno knew that.
Not that we would know anything about that. Noid just likes to relay stuff.
He appears sincere enough, sire.
We're getting derailed here. In short, you can tell to Noid about the machines. He'll tell you more. Well, honestly, I can't. But
This is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers. Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
The gesture is super futuristic. Goes well with his spiked imbecile.
Sure. What? He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies. You know, a host, a declaimer of slogans. He's
Interesting, sire. A bit like you then. An MC for short.
well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him. Yeah, sometimes, when I stumble and find my way into his centre, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing. I get it. He's a puzzle.
Oh yeah, that's a meteor name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
You know, of Meteo, concerning Meteo. Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation. And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, made the innocentic system, no? Totally.
The Pericanassian Church is about love, and Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance. Love is hardcore.
Unity. Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it, the anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters. Feels good.
Your posse's like your people, man. Like you got your cup posse. You look out for each other and you party together.
Two men and a woman stand on the beach, under a row of houses long abandoned to war damage. The words, "felled electrical," have peeled off the turn-of-the-century waterfront development. The woman says to him, "Good to see you here, special consultant. We're worried about..." "Why are you worried about the Lieutenant Efrator?" asks the boy. Then a wave comes crashing in.
Are we?
You hear a wave crashing outside, not far. It's a big one. The rumble dissipates.
Yeah! Yeah!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen! Bring the disco into this world!
You feel like you can go for a little disco when, or if, they get this club going. You've got it in you.
Yes. What? Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water. Oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid?
No.
He sniffs the air. Then, it doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind of guys who've done that. Unlike the girl outside, however, the boy's breathing is regular. Their jaws stay put and their pupils aren't dilated. At least, not under the influence of stimulants. That doesn't rule out hallucinogens, benzos, some depressants. How do you know all this?
The what now? Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for it.
I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter, can't even breathe. Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be...
Nosafed is the shit.
Sure. Here you go, officer. The Noser. Blast away. The engine starting fluid. It's for starting it.
Is the amiable speed freak becoming a bit cross with you? Sounds like it.
What's with the goddamn Romangarod earrings? It's cold. The fluid's for the generator.
Keep on it, sire.
I guess it does.
You're not completely satisfied yet.
No idea, man.
Did you know ethyl ether is used as a light anesthetic and a solvent and an explosive and for manufacture? He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved. A number of things don't add up. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems their would-be leader is less amused.
But you still are.
What happened? I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast!
Shut it!
What? I have! I've said that!
The young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
We don't need drugs to be hardcore!
Shut the fuck up, Egg!
climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
We know she has a problem, man. We're working on it. She didn't exactly have a smooth adolescence.
Underneath, he is furious she ruined it for them. This means trouble for their female friend.
What exactly is it you know? I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing. I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine, almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether. No shit. That's... Come on, that's... It's not. What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
What do you mean by lenient?
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth. But
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershall.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's... No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speeding.
But the sign was way off, too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
this is it. Judgment time.
We can continue on an amiable path, right? No more misunderstandings, no more lies. Before you go, is there anything else you need? As always, we'll be right here. Wait.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Lloyd. Good. It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading. Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align. I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do. Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachel's sister revolution on the Grand Isola.
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. Because
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human. Folk right, the hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. One more.
Hi again. So, as always,
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the... Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here. I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much. You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre...
Indeed, she merely tried to omit the truth instead.
I know. I should have been able to control them. And I will. May I ask? What did you tell them? Oh, right. That's wise. Take your time. Oh, that. You're not going to believe me.
She's less prone to blurt it out, crab man, than the others.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still. And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall, upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me, right at me. I fucking turned around. It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on, she obviously could. She already went into detail.
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way. Yes, a banger, as in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw. Why? Okay then. They certainly do around me. My associates? I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and...
To the cops.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
High above and to the east, the cold winds blow over the feathers of an early songbird. A silver bird, feels strangely familiar. Was it an expression? And if yes, then for what? Then your mind slips.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Feels like you missed something here. What was that about a bird? Forget it. You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody? You and the seagull are... Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. Then their paradise became shit city. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers out. No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from gangsters, just like you.
Чайка. Да, нет, я дух романтики.
Sure, inside. But outside, it's a tough world. You've got to do whatever it takes to survive. And you do. Question is, good boy. Own it. Steal hot dogs. Shit in the sand. Whatever it takes to keep going.
Сейчас насру на песок. Так. Надо отправляться.
There's something feral, something primal. Back away, very slowly. There, by the water.
Что там? Куртка, что ли?
Intriguing.
Леопардовая подди. Животное. Так, это церковь, да? А это непонятно что.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use... You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence. Much as the thought of touching it causes you to cringe, this could be the jacket the idiot in the colorful tracksuit was... the smell. It's awful and familiar. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency, that faintly cloying. Something cold wakes in the pit of your... It is death. It must be. A sense of dread washes over you.
Труп там.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottle. Whoever tossed it here. Red Astra is the black market version. Now, this makes partying look bad. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as it's no older than a day or two. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading. Another dead body. This is your job. Calm now, carefully. Just another day. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden. The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine. Or maybe it was just dark. When damp, these boards are really slippery. Even a sober man could lose their balance. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes empty and wide. Height 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly, he was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome, he was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last. That's what the chewing gum seems to point to as well. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched. Be very, very careful where you step here. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. And oh, this is what killed him. This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes. A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror, the blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lip. To hide the stench of alcohol, no doubt. They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the... You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath you. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him. The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take... First, you need to talk with the lieutenant, then report back to the station. This is... The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been. Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is there's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea. You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now only a shadow. The wind whispers and whispers. A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner. The density and spread of these bullet holes is surprising. This takes a lot of bullets. A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind. It's dark, very dark. Faint lights flicker at the edge of your vision. It's rare for the order to be carried out. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and the abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like a host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about ordinary people, familiar, each comrades, the forsaken, the wretched, who tried to rise against the horrors of the world. 7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers, men of duty, dark duty, murderers, twisted by orders, young boys forced into killing. The commandant, the one who gives the order, machine gun fire crackling through the air, the lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face. I'm just a representation of your mental faculties, piecing together any available information. A cold sea wind blows away the figures. Behind this building, the other one, once filled with engineers and designers of Feld Electric, now collapsed. There's no way the perp is in here, officer. Look how scar— Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable. And dangerous. Dangerous too.
Так, я нашел шапку. Может ее одеть или этой девчонке дать? Еще кого-то нашел.
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, this must be the boy Clausia mentioned. Ooh, hidden things, secrets. Cold, air, tendons. Snapped the cords, keeping the moves across the water, leaving no traces. Splendor. The boy is not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom really have been torn or cut. You lift it out. The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just. Primitive construction, but it does the job. There's something in there, splashing around. It smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated and just a dash of hard liquor. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner. A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out, some algae, and nothing else. Another identity misplaced. There must be some cosmic conspiracy afoot. The boy continues to be mostly empty. No answers appear to you in the dirty seawater at the bottom of the buoy. Just the heavy smell of... You could ask the miss what she thinks later if you have the time, though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point. The dome-shaped...
Hello, I'm Gary. How do you do, officer? I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization. I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks.
Degenerates. This man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
Oh, I've been tempted. But someone has to stay strong for Revocol.
He pronounces Revocol with a hard, serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one.
I like to pronounce it the hard way. The old way.
The stupid way. He winks at you, trying to relay some hidden message, inviting you to mispronounce it. It's a secret rite. A very fringe nationalist handshake. Garbage. You're a true patriot, and you know how it's said. The Seren way. The fine way. With an elegant s.
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that. No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that.
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes. He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on.
My mug?
His eyes widen at the sight of the mug. He's seen it before, all right.
I may have had a similar looking mug in the past. That's all. Maybe. Okay. Yes, I did. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to... I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn...
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Nothing. Just...
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez, so I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Bohemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself. Officer, please, let me explain. I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know? Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay, I was coming to throw the mug away, and...
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood...
What sound? I haven't the slightest. There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though.
Every day, the wind shifts the reeds and whatever was left in them. Tambourines and condom wrap. The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing...
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too... There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way. No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way, but I...
After all this time with Morel, he must have an opinion on cryptids. This could lead to a good one.
Oh, yes, the burning rhino. Morel doubts he's real, but I don't much care, because I won't be the one looking for him out in soft. A rhinoceros that looks ordinary during the day, but burns brightly by night. They have special ducts just above their shoulder blades that secrete a combustible fluid. When the rhino is just beginning to light itself...
But how is this combustible fluid lit?
The rhino starts running very fast to build heat, then stops, raises its head, and sparks fly from its neck, setting its back ablaze. Yeah, well, Revacol used to be a flaming rhino once, a long time ago. That's...
Super solid argument, Gary. Can't argue with that.
The flames are not just for decoration. They are an integral... During the burning rhino's mating season, herds of male rhinos, all aflame, encircle herds of female. Local peasants call it the passion ring. They fear the rhinos.
It's clear the burning rhino is dear to him on many levels, some even spiritual. That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out. Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles. stolen from the corpse in the yard.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing this shame.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do. Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over. So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have...
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you, but...
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
I'll explain later. I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that.
This is all he knows. He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hand, but so light to hold. Like a... This is it. This will protect your mortal shell. Don it?
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arraigned.
Who's there? Oh, the police.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like you.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn waterlock is broken. And we can't go all the way around the 881. Oh, good. We should really be getting back.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary! We can go soon! If you...
This is a man possessed, always on the brink of some breakthrough. He won't leave if there's a sliver of hope.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we go.
His hands are large and weather-worn, but also used for all his passion. This man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
I'm afraid not, officer. I've been busy digging around in the reeds for days, looking for signs of insect activity. I'm less interested in mammalian concerns, to be perfectly honest. By woman, you mean my wife, I assume? I will return to her. My wife understands that just as well as any...
Come on, Morale. We've been so...
And leave the traps? Absolutely not.
Come on. She wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here.
Won't let Lena down? Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the phasmid somehow.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting. On record.
She's seen it?
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious...
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together.
His spirit may be willing, but his body might be too old to endure the rigors of the coast.
No.
The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule.
He's dead set on this. I could go for some trap setting.
Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest.
Thanks.
He's still glad his friend stood up.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why... Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself, and I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators. It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, but I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they...
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect a ghost insect, he said? These people are looking for a ghost.
No, that is precisely what we're not. We are zoological specialists, looking for an I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown...
Seems puny, to be honest.
Typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than that. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of my... of any cryptozoology.
Would be glory itself.
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first, not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid. I know it's real.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven
by which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian...
What would it be like to grasp and hold onto something you think is next to you, or just behind you, like a trace of vapor you exhaled one spring morning as a child? This is what he's searching for.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this. I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be...
He means asexual reproduction. The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species with a small population to...
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so... Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly. So I'm sure that... Yes.
More than some, he admires this about her.
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen. Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over. A meat-eating stick insect? Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plants.
Not a big fan of skepticism, this one.
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear that...
Yes. What? I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer. Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research. There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slab. You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself.
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you.
Did you hear that? Pheromones. You were right about the teenagers.
Oh, I doubt there is any connection there. Anyway, these pheromones will attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Should last you about a week. Wise choice.
This is the smell of dying reeds, of longing crumb.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down.
Finally, you're being sensible. I'll start.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss. But what if the information is vital?
I've just always liked animals. And
he seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up if you prod a little.
It's not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
He takes the dangers and discomforts that come with his work for granted. But just imagine the unforgiving desert heat he's endured. The wetlands filled with venomous roots. You could get a heat stroke and faint and hurt your head. You could get bitten by a snake. You could get beaten up for trespassing. It's probably this way of thinking that got you where you are.
Real. I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Indeed, my methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence.
Your nerve endings tell you there is no such thing as a positive surprise.
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid.
Interesting. Something for later, this close call.
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here.
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't.
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration, not real research, and certainly not the truth. Eric, no. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To state of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemney, which is 4,008, 2 are categorised as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and date. Yes, the Chateauquin forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from you. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching. Do you know what the success rate in pharmacological research is? 0.00003% of bio...
He has clearly done his math on this. There is no surprising him or swaying his opinion.
Yes? All right. What cryptids precise?
We would have to discuss. He wants to say. You need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
By all means.
Все, пора бежать в домик, спать. Это тут 2 часа ночи уже. Да и с лейтенантом надо бегать. Так.
It's getting cold. On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror, a straight razor. The water reflects back a vague image of your face, nose bulbous and red. You'll be looking like a pansy without the chops. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew. Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor. With the sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender. They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath. You don't have a face anymore. It's all baby ass now.
Младенческая жопка.
The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. You almost look like a professional. Your face, such as it is, irregular hue.
Ну вот. Мы уже стали выглядеть получше.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned. Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine.
Recorded in you. Forever. On ferrotape.
No. You're spinning tapes at the discotheque. On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last.
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. You can never forget this shit.
All stuck on loop.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent, picking up.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day.
For the money, baby. For the greater good. For Revacol. Always.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Are you sure? You could be closing the door on a brilliant and special future for yourself.
Did you hear that? He's renouncing politics.
Just another thoughtless vessel.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the wind. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together.
Так, ну что ж, думаю, на сегодня хватит. Завтра уже продолжим бегать по побережью. Ну а пока, всем пока.